transparent and accessible. And I always tell people I give this to them so they can hold me accountable to do that. And that's why I'm giving it to you also.
You know what? Thank you for that. That's so nice. It was great to see the mayor. He is someone that welcomed me right off the bat when I came here, and that makes me feel good. Matt.
Hey.
Good seeing you, man. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
When I left last year, I put Matt Sanders in charge of beer, which he's still looking for ways to expand. How's life?
Oh, man, it's been amazing.
But in the meantime, he got offered his dream job, a chance to lead and mentor a whole team of people. He's had to dial back his role at Underdog, but I can still call him anytime I need a sounding board.
Zach, my boss, he's a huge fan of the show, probably the biggest fan in all of Erie. So I did some consulting with him and ended up helping build some processes and all that stuff.
Awesome, man, congratulations. I mean, let's face it, I saw the qualities that others have now seen in Matt. He's one of the most honest, organized, and trustworthy people I know. You were always one that I knew I could hand it to, and I knew you'd get it done.
I'm proud of that.
And so here we got you a check for $20,000.
I appreciate that, thank you.
That means a lot.
It's just so nice, you know?
So we have they're all millennial or Gen Z employees, 35 of them. A lot of them, this is their first job. We've implemented a leadership program because some of our managers were kind of green. And so that encompasses a reading list and TED Talks and all that kind of stuff.
Play to your strengths. Determine what you're best at and capitalize on it. I brought Matt into the Underdog team because he was so organized and great at logistics.
You guys are going to be the team leads. So RJ, you're the one that's making all the decisions on barbecue. You know, Glenn and I are going to be going out and talking to the brewers.
I'm not as organized, so he helped keep me, as well as the other underdogs, on track. It's been fun to kind of interact with you and watch this transformation.
Well, you said, you know, I want my kids to be proud of me.
Right.
And I want to prove that I can do it again. And so some of my transformation is part of doing that.
Hey, no, I give you a hug.
So much.
Thanks. This was awesome. So I set up a meeting with Maggie Horn. She was one of the first people that I met in Erie. So I had to keep my little white lie going with her longer than anyone. Hi, Maggie.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you been?
So good to see you.
So how's everything?
As crazy as it usually is,
bet,
but...
Some of the social media comments, they said, oh, Maggie must have been in on it. She knew all about it. And I was like, she didn't know anything.
Nope, you duped me from the beginning. And I was just like, when you told me, and I was like, okay, so you've been lying to me for 3 months.
Lying.
You weren't. I had no idea who he really was, but to be able to see him again was awesome. He just holds a piece of my world very close to me.
When I came in and I asked you for help, and then I had wanted to be up and running very quickly. Did that cause any red flags for you, or did you just think I was crazy?
No, I just thought you were crazy like some other people. You're not the only crazy person we've ever dealt with.
How are you?
So nice to meet you. You were very determined.
Ta-da, we're here.
And you came in and said 90 days. I said, okay, guys, this is gonna happen with or without us.
I like collaborating with her. I like getting together and talking business. I really appreciate everything, Maggie, that you and the SBDC not only did for me, but for all entrepreneurs. So thank you so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Thank you, Glenn.
Appreciate it all. So I talk more with RJ than any of the other underdogs. I look at RJ more like my son than any of these other guys. He's fascinating, actually, but he's also frustrating because he's got his own gear. RJ's overseeing the sauces and rubs line for Underdog, and he opened a brand new store for Iron Empire Clothing, his custom screen printing business. He's got a brand new location and a big-wig investor who really believes in him, me. What's happening?
Nothing much.
Hey,
good
man.
to see you.
Hey, good to see you. RJ was my first friend in Erie.
Hey.
You RJ?
Glenn. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. And he gave me my first job. Say hello to my little friend. So they like this. This is
yeah.
Nice.
This has been going really well.
Gosh, it looks really good, RJ.
Yeah, it's coming along.
I mean, you've come so far. I mean, I'm real proud of you.
Thank you. It's a very good feeling to know that it wasn't just, hey, I'm going to come do this and I want to do the show and disappear and I'm never going to be back. It shows that he truly does care about the businesses he's involved with here. You know, when we opened up in November, we were starting to see that incline up in sales, and then boom, the shutdown happened. And fortunately for myself and my employees in my company, having someone like Glenn in our corner could be crucial for us to go through those growing pains. This is all a big job for the Anna Shelter. We do a lot of work with them. We do a lot of fundraiser events with them, but these are actually some really nice shirts. This is a big one for St. Vincent, the hospital here.
RJ's products have been selling really well in Erie, but there's a bigger play. He could be selling his shirts and hats nationwide. I gotta get him to think bigger. People in our company will order shirts and hats and things in the past. They don't know where they're coming from. They just order online, the shipment comes. So we've got to think much bigger than Erie and start doing some email blasts. You know, right now we're swimming with all the other fish and we're going, hey, everybody else is swimming at the same speed. It feels pretty good. You're going to get run over by a frickin' shark that's going to eat your ass, man. You know, so you've got to start thinking like that. Swim like a shark. Sharks constantly move, even when they're sleeping. Any successful business needs to move and grow in order to survive and fight off the competition that's constantly coming after them, just like a shark. I'm proud of you. I mean, you've taken these bad times and turned it into great opportunity. That's what being a business owner is all about. Now let's go get me a shirt. I need a shirt.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
Good.
Hell of a truck upgrade.
I know. Dawn's business has exploded. I pushed her beyond her comfort zone, something that really allowed her to expand in the last year.
This was original to the building.
This
From
desk?
This whole desk. This is where they used to cut fabric because it used to be a dress shop. When Glenn first came to town, I was sort of struggling. Business has been better through hard work and pushing myself, as well as exposure from the show, which has been wonderful. When I first bought this last year, it was kind of empty.
You Dawn?
Yeah, are you Glenn?
I am. Hi.
Hi.
I've researched the top designers in the Erie area, and Dawn Van Scoter's name keeps coming up.
So you want me to flip a house and design a restaurant at the same time?
She went way above anything she'd ever done and was stretched far outside her comfort zone. I've asked you to do a lot, so I wrote you a check. It's for $25,000. It's for your hard work.
I've never had this much money in my life. Well, I've built it up, and each spot is rented out. And I won Best Antique Store 2019.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm gonna probably have a space opening up here soon. The rent there is $120. I'm not sure you could afford it.
You know, the fact that you were pretty raw, you know, it really was. Why? You know, you were being you.
I was very angry with you.
And, yeah.
It's too much for just me to do. What if this business never comes to fruition? Flip the house for her, but have nothing to show for it. Walk away.
What's the goal, do you think? I mean, obviously, you know, this breaking even is one thing, and then you've got 420, your design business, which gives you that ability to make more.
920.
I mean, 920. 420 is, you know, I'm living in California again, okay? The goal of every business owner is to replace yourself. When you start a business, you're doing everything because you don't have the money to pay other people. But eventually, if you're successfully expanding your business and generating a lot of revenue, you can bring in other skilled people to do the heavy lifting. Dawn is at that point.
The store's doing really well. I come in on days that I'm not on job sites, and then I have vendors who work for me consistently, and usually it was my mom who had worked for me and done all my management stuff.
I met her in that back room when we were filming, and you always had your mom watching your kids.
My mom got really, really sick in the middle of all this.
Oh, gosh.
And they found stage 4 cancer. We laughed a lot during the month, and she still drank her Natty Light and smoked her cigarettes, and, you know, she played cards with the kids, and she and I just talked, and I did the best I could to take care of her. So she passed May 31st. It's really hard.
Sorry about that. No, really am.
Thank you.
That's a hard one. Really is.
I'm just really happy I didn't, ugly cry.
You're a tough chick.
I am.
A couple tears in your eye and walk back out there,
Coming up.
I have a major announcement that will take Underdog beyond Erie, and a secret that I haven't told anyone about.
Surprise!
It's the 1-year anniversary for Underdog Barbecue. The restaurant has weathered some serious storms in that time. All right. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, thanks.
I've invited Cowboy Mike, Ashley, and of course, Cleet, to look back at some of my favorite moments from last year. And I've extended an invitation to one other person. I've been really looking forward to this, What have you been up to, Cleet?
I have a new grandchild, the second one, so
There you go.
my days are filled with watching my granddaughter. She just turned 1 a week ago.
Getting any smoking done?
Oh, absolutely. You got them, you got to smoke them.
That's right, that's right.
If you got them.
Cowboy Mike and Cleet, you all impressed us with your food, so why don't we take a look and see how that all started.
What's up, sir? Good to see you. Cleet, he's a very well-known guy in the area. I've known him for a long time personally.
And I don't brag about too much, but my pulled pork is pretty darn good. Oh, yeah, I make love to it, man.
That's right. You know meat. You know people. We'd love for you to become the front man of Underdog Barbecue at Ribfest.
What do you think of the grill, man? Oh, he's fantastic.
You can't be bringing sexy back, because it never left.
He's the show, You got to have a movie and or dinner and a show. He's the show.
Cleet is a full-time grandfather now. I was bummed to lose him as our front man, but he's always embodied everything that's great about Underdog. He's bold, he's fun, he lights up the room every time he walks in.
Man, say I'm hungry.
When we kind of look back on the show, actually, we didn't have a great interview in the beginning.
I remember. I have OCD and sometimes I get real nervous. The stress, do I love it? No, I'm probably gonna die early of a heart attack or something. But do I handle it well? No, I don't, you know what I mean?
Right. Until I saw you in action,
I got my sister coming down, get some help.
All dishes I want over here. Okay, get this wiped down, get that water off. Get all these down here, up here, yep. Let's use this as a dish rack. I need a half slab, a sampler, and 2 platters for ribs down and brisket. Order up!
Obviously, it's a year later, and you're here rocking this place. So, it's a testament to who you are, and I'm really glad we got that second chance.
I never expected my career to shift in this direction, so I feel like I've grown so much and I've learned a lot and just keep on going,
There's a saying in the restaurant business called being in the weeds.
Yeah.
And some people handle it better than others. Under stress, sometimes you handle it certain ways. You go into war, you go into action, right? And so you helped. But then ultimately, kind of things came to a head with Christine and myself, and that was interesting. So you were pulling the pork.
Put this on about 11 o'clock last night, and I pulled it just as I was walking out the door.
That girl.
Christine was our ace-in-the-hole chef. Her brisket and ribs were some of the best I've ever had. She put together our entire menu.
How good is that?
It's amazing.
I like feeding people because when you cook good food,